Just a couple of seconds, and I think we got market open right in queue. What do we have? Nothing very much. Nifty is, kind of flitting between green and red, but in the green for now. 24,620 or so on the Nifty. Nifty Bank is down about 0.25%. We're at about 53,444. The Sensex is flat, about 15 points lower, 81,498, 500, round about there. What else? IT index is starting flattish again. Nothing really on it. Advanced decline is some 2:1, more than 2:1 in favor of what is up. Nifty heat map coming up on your screens, and it is more up than down. Some 38 names, 39 names are higher, and you got a bunch which are lower as well. But more up than down, and there's a grand total of 3-4 points on the Nifty in the first 1 minute of trade. Surabhi.
HG Infra, Prashant, stock that you were just talking about, actually HG Infra, NTPC Green, PNC Infra, all of these stocks that have declared order wins after market hours yesterday. That's where the action is. A bunch of them are doing HAM projects in UP, and then NTPC Green has got a solar order. So wherever there are order wins, that's where the market is getting a little excited. On the quiet moves on the Nifty, let's talk about the gainers. Ultratech Cement, Grasim, Infosys, Coal India, and a Nestle. These are the stocks that are managing at least 0.5% up move or more. Ultratech and Grasim are actually doing really well. Both of those stocks are in leadership position. But then on the downside, there's Dr. Reddy's. There are a bunch of banks like ICICI Bank, Axis, IndusInd, HDFC Bank. All the banks have started off on the lower side. Count in SBI as well. The bank Nifty is already slipping. It's down about 0.25%. So that's the one key trend. Other than that, on the gaining side, not much actually. There's Maruti, Hero, some of these auto stocks that have seen profit taking of in the earlier part of the week. There's some buying emerging over there, but otherwise very quiet. Not much on the Nifty.
Well, that's right. From the broader markets, there are a few stocks that are moving around. Raymond, that stock is up close to around 3.5%. Big move is what we're seeing out there. IOB up 4%. You have Enviro Infra. From the time the stock is listed, it's up, I think, close to around 85% from the IPO price. So big move out there. NTPC Green, Vivek has been telling us about how they are scaling up their capacity, and they as well had joined in on the channel and said that there's a big potential for the EBITDA number to go up many-fold from what we've seen in the past year. So that's one of the big movers as well. What's under pressure? It appears the street is fearing that a bigger player will come into this quick commerce space and disrupt it, so to say. Swiggy and Zomato, both of them are down 2 to around 3.5% in today's trading session. Stocks that actually have been flying high, today they're catching up. It appears that there is some cool-off out there. ITI, Greaves Cotton, as well as Sigility, all of them have pulled off a little bit. Senco Gold had opened up well in the green, so let's see what that stock is doing because of that QIP. That one comes up for you on the screen. Avenue Supermarts, actually, that dip that we saw, that's got bought into because the stock is 2% off the low point of the day. Now it's down less than 2%. It was down 3.5% in the first tick itself. So flattish start, but plenty of stocks moving around, Prashant.
Well, absolutely. And, it's what, 10 points to show for it on the Nifty. So let's maybe highlight a bunch of other stocks before we go any further and invite Manishir Chaudhary, who's going to be with us. Raymond has had a fantastic move over the last couple of days. Raymond is up another 3% this morning. Vari Energy is the second largest volume-led gainer. Stocks at about 3,200. Vari, I think about 6 or 7 days back, low was about 2,500. And from 25 to 3,200 in about 6 or 7 days flat. NTPC Green is the number one volume-led gainer. So that is that. Indian Overseas Bank, I think we highlighted. Maharashtra Seamless is coming up with some volumes, about 4% higher, 810. Varroc, and I think we mentioned just a while, 605. Varroc was up 10% yesterday. There is PNC Infra, I think we mentioned, 8%. So these are some of the big movers. And Himmat Singh Seed, about 3% higher. Last few days, we've had these apparel makers, textile companies. Gokuldas, for example, crossed 1,000 rupees day before and was near 1,100 yesterday. And I'm not sure how that is doing this morning, but there's been a big mover, underperformer for a long time, and now starting to catch up with the rest of the market, maybe in a way. So this is what is coming through in terms of at least stuff which has got volumes right now. On the downside, there is Zomato and Swiggy. So there are only two players in that, listed players in that space, and both are down. Swiggy is down 3% and Zomato is down 1.33%. And they both have got decent sized volumes. And two other big movers last 2 or 3 days. ITI I think went berserk 20-25% in 2-3 days. It's down 4.5-5%. And Greaves Cotton, which went up sharply, and we spoke about this as well. Greaves Cotton, of course, from 250 levels has rallied very sharply. From 150 levels has come up to about 250 very quickly. That's down about 1.75%. Max Healthcare, Borosil Renewables is down about 4% as well, 570 on that one. And of course, MacMy India, which went up sharply day before, yesterday gave up gains, and today once again is down about 1.25%. Another one is Honasa, which is down 2%, but volumes are nothing to take note of. So we'll maybe we'll look back at it in just a bit.
Just one more point on that. Vare as well as Premier Explosives, both of them, Priva Energy, I beg your pardon, both of them are moving up. I think earlier there was that protection on the solar modules.
Yeah.
Now come 2026, I believe that they're going to be introducing some protection for solar cells as well. And both these two players are getting into some backward integration. The managements, when they came out to the IPO, they told us, right, that they'll be saving on costs because now the cells as well, they'll be sourcing from in-house. So it appears that some kind of play. Though yesterday, Premier Energies didn't run up, but you had Vare that ran up. So we'll have to, check in further detail. Both these two are higher today, though.
No, absolutely. And as I said, I mean, it's come up nicely, 500-600 rupees very quickly in 5-6 days, basically. Well, let's...